Everyone, it's me, Vanessa. Wow, it has been a crazy year so far. 2023 has been a huge challenge, and I'll get into that in a minute. But I want to say that I am so sorry that I was not able to get in any type of update for February, talking about January. And then right now, I'm going to be talking about January and February together. So you're going to get a big update. So let's start with the weight, and then we'll go with all the crazy stuff that's happened so far. So I'm sitting right at 160.3 pounds. When I started this journey, I was at 161 point, let's see. I was at 161.5. So I am down 1.2 pounds. I'm at 36.4% body fat. So I'm down 2.8%. And then my muscle mass was at is at 60.4, and so I have gained 2.7% muscle mass. So I'm really happy with my progress so far. It's funny because my whole focus has been get under 160. For February 1st, I actually got under 160. I was like at actually I can tell you, I got down to, on February 1st, let's see. That's the 13th, that's the 6th. I had gotten down to 159.5 pounds, but that was very short-lived because the next week I was right back up to 160.8. So I've been hovering in the like 160 range to like 163. And it's been going back and forth. But I have maintained the loss of fat and increase of muscle mass. So what I'm doing is working because I am doing pretty much a recomp, but it's not really showing in the scale. It's showing more in like the way I look and the way clothing fits, and of course body composition. So by the end of this month, I'm going to do my very first update check on my measurements. I'm going to do it every 3 months. So January, February, and March will be the first. And so April 1st, I'm going to do all my measurements, kind of see where I'm at as far as the measurements. And then of course, continually check my weight, body fat, and muscle mass. So doing really well in that. As far as January, my January was crazy. My mother passed, which was extremely hard. It's still hard. I'm not going to cry. But yes, so my mother passed in January 10th. And so I had to go to Georgia emergency trip and go through everything because I am the last pretty much living relative on my mother's side. So I have no sisters and brothers on her side. And so she was also a widow. So my stepfather had passed way before that. And so she was alone, and I feel bad. But we took care of everything that we could. And so I've been pretty much trying to catch up with life and everything and goals and just thought processes for January. And so the whole application process for the PTA program that I wanted to join got delayed. And so it wasn't until the end of February that I was able to submit my application. I ended up with 14 preference points for that application. So fingers crossed, I should find out in April or May if I make it into the PTA program. And then as far as like my reading, I've been on that. January, I read a book. February, this book, I finished that one. And then for March, I've got this one. So I'm doing well on those. You can follow me on Instagram or Facebook because I update on like my TBRs, my exercise, and how everything is going with all of that. So if you want to check in on that, just follow me. You can find me under Cessa Lopez. But anyway, so it has been, man, my mind's going everywhere. So it's been a crazy beginning of the year. I am almost finished with the physique and bodybuilding course that I'm taking. So I will be certified to coach that. Will I coach people for competition? No. And it's simply because I will be doing them a disservice by coaching someone who wants to compete when me personally, I have never competed and I never will, simply because I will not allow myself to get that low in body fat to where I will rebound and binge eat. So it's my personal, health and mental health that I need to be very careful on how much that I restrict as far as calories and body fat and all that kind of stuff. So my goal is to get to a healthy body fat and to build muscle. And I can definitely help my clients who I'm training just to have the aesthetic of looking good and being in shape and having shape. But as far as competing, I will never go into that area, simply because I am a binge eater and I don't want to go back to the old habits that made me obese. So I'm very, very cautious, careful with all of that. As far as my goals for this month, just the waiting to see if I make it into the program. I'm going to finish the physique and bodybuilding course, so I have that in the books. I'm going to read this book about goals because I want to do for my gym a seminar on goal setting. So I want to be prepared. I know a lot about goal setting, but I just want to be prepared before I start doing that. And then that's pretty much it, you guys. So and I started the 6th of February, started training for my next half marathon. And I have something very, very exciting to mention. So this will be my 5th half marathon. I've been doing one a year, and I've been very consistent with training and completing, and I'll do some races and then I'll do some by myself. So I'll alternate. But this will be my last half marathon for a while, because next year, and actually the rest of this year, I want to focus on just physique and just bodybuilding. So I'm gonna use trial and error for myself and kind of go through everything and see, what works and what doesn't. And yeah, I really want to build muscle because every time that I train for a half marathon, I lose some mass. And so my goal is to build and continue to build. So yes, that is my goal for the end of this year and for maybe the next 2 years. And it works out anyway, because if I make it into the PTA program, I'm going to be swamped with school and work. And so I think that's just the better option as far as taking care of all that. But I just wanted to update you guys. The March 13th will be my 6 years post-op from my sleeve surgery. So I will probably do an update for that week and kind of see or share on my journey and how everything's going. But as far as maintenance, I'm doing really well. And my goal, so I'm sitting right around 35-36% body fat. So my goal would be to definitely get under 30%, and maybe optimal, get under or around 25%. Any lower than that, it's nothing that I'm really looking at. But I just wanted to update you guys, see that I'm still alive and still doing well. Like I said, it's just been a crazy month and a few months actually. And this year, it's gonna turn around. It's gonna be a good year. It's just been a real challenge. So, but you guys take care. I will make a video probably in the middle of this month for my 6 year from my sleeve surgery, and update you guys on everything after that. All right, you guys take care. Bye for now.